What's going on, everybody? This is Chris Class, dropping car vlog, another cross-platform video. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. This is a Friday, so some people are going to be celebrating the 4th of July and a whole bunch of off days and holiday pay, and enjoy it. So thank God for the day. Nobody heard you. Nobody told you today. I love you. God loves you. Christ loves you. Just a blessing through trials and tribulations to just make it and persevere. And we have the dominion and the authority to do so. So wherever you at, make sure you subscribe to the Take It Home Podcast YouTube channel and DC3 Ultimate Wrestling YouTube channel, where later on today I drop me and my wife's match against Renee Van Peebles of the ARC and Sam Knight from our event 10, the show of all shows. So check that out. I'm trying to do more with other platforms besides YouTube, so I am going to try to do other things. So this was one video that I made a couple months ago, but I think I need to update it. This is a how to be a professional in professional wrestling video. Now, if the boot fits, either lace it up and wear it, or take it off and wear a different size boot. I tried to be deep with that, but it didn't work. But anyway, communication is very key when it comes to being a professional wrestler. I can't believe we talked about this at this point. If call time is 12 o'clock and you do not tell nobody that you're going to be late, that is unprofessional. Unless it's a urgent emergency. And most of the time, not most, some of the time, people are lying about this urgent emergency. So like if call time is 12 and then you show up at 2 and you say that you had no idea, then that's just unprofessional, especially if there was nothing done. You know, usually it is up to the promoter to say what time it is, then usually they should be adamant on the call time. So that's one of those things. You know, some people try to skip ring crew, try to set up, and maybe they feel like they're above it, but ring crew is also something that should be discussed. Especially if you are the promoter, you should discuss, like, if you need hands and things like that. But showing up late without a communication, that's unprofessional. There are times where I was late for a show because I'm going to be double booked tomorrow during Now That's Wrestling and True Purpose Wrestling. Shout out to them. But even then, like, stuff happens, you know, and then you got to let people know because you may be first on the card. And one time I was first on the card, and it took me a lot longer to get to the show, but everything worked out. But I was clear and professional about it. Communication, you know. Sometimes bookers want a certain thing. You should probably do that certain thing, or if you feel a certain way, let them know beforehand if you know what's going on. But communication is very important. Most of these is probably from communication. Oh, also, if it's the end of the show and hands are needed or whatever like that, and that's discussed, I don't think it's good to say, oh, well, I gotta go. Oh, I'm booked. Now you're saying you're booked somewhere else, so you have to be somewhere else. You have to be clear. And it's not like somebody's trying to own you or school you or nothing like that, but you have to be professional. You have to be professional on one of those things. If you have other shows, hey, I gotta do this and I gotta do that, be clear with everything so everything could be smooth. You may be needed for something else, for a promo, for something. You have to be professional. I just don't know what's going on with people, man. You know, some people make it or kind of make it, or Trey Songz just got to make it, and then they think they can just treat people a certain way. Just another form of professional with communication. If you do not want to do the booking, do not accept the booking. If you feel like another company is going to provide something better, or you want to work at that other company and you're waiting a call, don't accept another booking. If you have no intentions of doing the show, you're just putting it on standby as the rebound show, don't take the booking. Look, I've dealt with stuff, a lot of people dealt with stuff about people saying they're going to show, and then it's just like, pulling teeth to try to get them to promote the show, to do the promos, to do anything, checking on people the day of the show, or then some kind of excuse happens to why they're not making the show. Just say you don't want to make the booking. I'd rather you just be honest. You know, there are situations where somebody said something really bad happened and they can't make it, and then, you follow them on another social media site and they're wrestling somewhere else. It's just like you just said you had a traumatic tragedy that was going on, but you're somewhere else wrestling. Just say you don't want to do the booking. That's a waste of time. Time is expensive. Money is expensive too. The difference between money and time is that sometimes money you can get back. You can accommodate money sometimes, but time is just one of those things where you use it and that's it. You can't bring it back. Promos, promo pictures, flyers, all of that stuff, that's time consuming. That's expensive. You don't want to do the booking, just don't do the booking. Or better yet, just leave the person on read. I think that's a little unprofessional too, but I think that's a little bit better. Just don't do the booking. You're not interested, don't do the booking. You're waiting on another show, company, don't do the booking. It's just straight up. Just don't do it. Don't do it. Some people empty the clip when people are very unprofessional for it. Sometimes I'm like that. Today I'm not. I'm just not. I'm just saying that the boot fits. Another one. Don't steal. Don't steal people's money. Don't steal people's time. And definitely don't steal from no charity. Don't steal from a charity. And I'm not laughing because that's funny. That's a dead serious. I almost cursed. That's a dead serious thing. Look, if you gotta steal money from a charity that was gonna bring you in, work at Amazon, work at Walmart, work somewhere. If you need a 9 to 5, that's fine. Look, I know a lot of people that want to be a wrestler. That is their dream, to be their main source of income. They want followers. They want people to sell merch. But if you got to steal from a charity that gives back to the community, that gives back to veterans who do a whole bunch of stuff, this is not for you. You're a tribal thief. That's crazy. And it's not, it's just a lot of situations to where people try to book these guys in and they're showing an investment in you by giving you money, and you're paying a deposit for this person, and then not only is this person not doing the booking, but then they take the money from some other source, from the third party, or they use it to do something else. I've seen one person was supposed to be booked somewhere in Puerto Rico. They changed their booking to Florida so they can go do an AEW dark match, and they ain't even signed an AEW dark match. So stop stealing. Stop stealing. That's like the horrible thing. And the thing with wrestling is that it's just so sad, because even if there's receipts, which they are on a lot of these, a lot of people are still going to book them because they want that money, because they know that they can still draw, even though they're evil and stuff like that. That's what kills me about wrestling sometimes. You have so many thieves in the game and stuff like that, and that's what makes people want to scratch their heads about giving deposits or front ends and not even trying to give it back in and stuff like that, because of how people come in. But when you steal, let alone steal from a charity, that's just a bad thing, and that's just unprofessional. That's not something you should want to put on your jacket. It's bad. And like when I talked to Marcelo Spade, we talked about like when something bad happens, let's say for like WWE, AEW, that trickles down to us that's on an independent level and stuff like that. But then now you have something like this, and then this, people are just stealing. Just don't steal people's money. Don't steal people's time. Good Lord. Like nobody, this is like 101 in professional wrestling. It's just to be professional, hygiene. You can't be smelling like 12 cans of bounce that butt and you just got there, man. Axe is not soap. Axe is not soap and water. Axe is not soap and water in a towel. That's like putting potpourri on some doo-doo. Like, you think it's holding something. Yeah, it's holding the stench. Like, stop, man. I shouldn't have to be tapping out after the lockup. Like, hey, Chris, I didn't do a sub. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. This stank. Like, I'm just saying, man. Like, these is like, I don't want to say, it's like 101 and things like that. And maybe whoever watches these kind of videos, they like understand. Even though I'm doing jokes, like, this stuff is like dead serious, especially about being on time, being professional, not being a thief. Like, we in an era where screenshots and receipts is out here and stuff like that. And it's just like, you can only avoid it so long. Like, stuff is getting national for certain people who've been stealing and stuff like that. And it's a lot of wrestling sites that are picking up a lot of stories. So that is something that's you got to think about, you know. One more, especially with communication. If you have a gripe, just watch what you write a gripe about on social media. You know, especially if you are a piece of work and don't do what you're supposed to do, and then you go to Facebook and complain about said company, and then other companies who probably network with that company won't book you because you're probably an unprofessional piece of work and you don't do what you're supposed to do, and then people have receipts on you not doing something, and then you wind up messing yourself up because you decided that you wanted to go and air your grievances out on something that it was your fault to begin with. Simple, man. It's just simple. I mean, this is coming from me, and I'm very critical on the state of professional wrestling, on professional wrestling, because I'm a part of professional wrestling. And I may not have made it somewhere to somebody having thousands of followers and stuff, but we're slowly working on that. But still, I don't have to consume everything. I don't have to consume how people treat me as a promoter and a booker if it's not professional. I don't have to do none of that. Nobody should have to go through that kind of stuff. We are trying to make it one way. Either it's on TV or our own businesses and all kind of things we got to work on. But the thing is, be professional. I should make T-shirts that say "Be professional." I really should. I probably sell some. I make people mad. Like, people get mad when people make videos like this and talk about this, because sometimes people feel like they're attacked. I'm not worrying about you if you're being attacked. If you're doing any of this stuff, then you're just unprofessional. You just work on yourself. Work on yourself. I don't care how many moves you can practice. You need to practice on being a better person. I don't care about all that, man. Y'all be tripping. And I love everybody. I got love for everybody. I talk to people. We crack jokes and stuff like that. But professional wrestling is just one of those things where it's just like, it's something that I'm very passionate about and stuff like that. And then even when, like, the fans, who are the consumers, the lovely consumers, they don't want to consume because certain things is bad or people carry themselves a certain way. When fans seeing this stuff or are behind the scenes or enlightened on this stuff, it's not a good thing. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I'm saying. I'm not even bitter. Y'all know I'm not bitter. I'm just telling the truth. The truth shall set some of y'all free. So I know it's a lot more, and if you got any more, please leave it in the comments. This could be an all-day discussion, but I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. See you guys in North Lake and Maywood tomorrow for both of my shows. This is Chris Classic. God bless. Let's take it home.